Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, I probably, like many of you out there, enjoyed the first few seasons of The Boys. I know the first couple of ones were great. We had a lot of fun. It was a good thing. I watched the season 3 out there, and we really enjoyed it all the way up to a good time. Now, I heard that there's season 4 is out there, but I honestly haven't bothered to watch it out there. And honestly, it's one of them situations where when the great creatives behind a series out there come out there and flat out tell you it's an allegory for real life politics, and they're using the most evil villain possible that they could have had in the series out there. Homelander is an allegory for a presidential candidate out there. Well, needless to say, it turns off a lot of people out there. And even though I enjoyed the series, and I think they're probably laughable about a lot of this kind of stuff out there, they clearly made it very apparent exactly what they're doing. And well, ladies and gentlemen, after President Donald J. Trump visited McDonald's over the weekend and decided to serve some French fries out there, this meltdown has now continued because they could not let this pass, ladies and gentlemen. They could not resist reminding you once again that their villain in their series, Homelander, is nothing more than a Donald J. Trump allegory. And as we can see right here from Forbes.com, Prime Video's The Boys mocks Trump's McDonald's stint with Homelander. It's Trump-like antagonist. Yes, boys and girls, the borderline psychopath with some serious mommy issues because he was raised by a corporation to only make him nothing more than a poster boy for a company. Yes, that is nothing more than an allegory for Donald J. Trump. And the best part is there's even quotes from these people in here about why they've tried to make it even more apparent because they're so scared of what's going on in the modern era and the fact that Donald J. Trump is popular with a vast majority of people out there. And there's a very good possibility that come next month, he'll be the next president of the United States. And they are freaking out over that, and it's absolutely hilarious. So we're going to check out this article from Forbes.com and check out all the juicy details, and of course show you the post where they decided to compare once again Homelander to Donald J. Trump. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does this surprise you at all after what the showrunners behind the Boys series have said before, that they go out there and do something like this once again? It's so annoying that they are literally out there trying to ostracize half of the viewing population, half of the culture out there, just to try to push their own political agenda. Like Michael Jordan says, Republicans buy shows too. This is always such a stupid idea to go out there and obviously interject real world politics and then make your ideas very apparent, because no matter which side of the aisle you fall on, at the end of the day, you are ostracizing a major portion of your audience that, guess what, buys shoes, buys merchandise, and will watch your show as well, no matter your personal politics. This is the mistake that they always make. So if you do it, let's get into this article and see exactly what they've got to say. So Prime Video's The Boys mocks Trump's McDonald's stunt with Homelander. It's Trump-like antagonist. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, please check out the links in the description down below. So from Connor Murray. So the top line: The Boys, Amazon Prime Video's hit political satire series, mocked former President Donald Trump's campaign to stop at a McDonald's in its social media post, using the show's superhero antagonist Homelander, a character that creators have said is a Trump metaphor and a key part of its critique of right-wing politics. Yes, boys and girls. Because honestly, I argued in like season 2, there was a very good scene in there where they're going through there and they mock and ridicule a lot of the leftist kind of stuff too. But apparently it said the stuff since going on forward is just nothing more than doubling down on going after the right wing side. I initially thought they were giving us a balanced approach. Well, apparently they have told us the exact opposite here. So The Boys creator Eric Kripke has long compared Homelander to Trump. Kripke said the series, which is set in a universe where superhero tells the story of the intersection of celebrity and authoritarianism and how social media and entertainment are used to sell fascism. Kripke told Rolling Stone, Homelander has always been a Trump analog for me, citing the character's really combustible mix of complete weakness and insecurity and just horrible power and ambition. This is what they believe of their political opponents, and this is how evil they believe they are. Oh, color us shocked there. This is insane. Some of the plot details in the show's fourth and most recent season, which aired over the summer, have drawn, the one I haven't watched and probably a lot of you out there haven't watched either, have drawn comparisons to Trump, including Homelander facing a criminal trial and plotting a January 6th like insurrection. Color us shocked there. No wonder I had no desire whatsoever, no interest whatsoever to go out there and watch season 4. I didn't even know any of this, but sometimes I swear there's just an instinct that some of us, we all just can. And I think the modern audience is, I think the actual modern audience right now, the people that are actually out there watching television, not the quote unquote modern audience that they're trying to chase. I think most of us out there are able to sniff this kind of nonsense out. And then when they come out there and say this kind of stuff openly, yeah, a lot of people are going to tune out. You're not even going to bother with it in any way, shape, or form. Kripke had said that the Trump similarities have grown more explicit over time, stating the writing team gets angrier and more scared as the years go on. Oh, yeah. They're terrified of a man that at the time they were writing this stuff wasn't even in political office. That's how scared of him they are. And at the end of the day, it's not necessarily him that they are scared of, right? It's who he represents. And to a certain degree, whether or not you agree with this or not, it's the vast majority of a lot of the people out there. If the majority of people agreed with the other side and people like Kripke, then shows like the Marvel or movies like the Marvels wouldn't fail. She-Hulk wouldn't have failed. A lot of this stuff, The Acolyte wouldn't have gotten canceled. A lot of this stuff, Lara Croft Tomb Raider over there on Netflix wouldn't have failed because this modern audience doesn't exist. And whether you agree with Trump or not, whether you plan on voting for him or not, at the end of the day, this kind of agenda-driven nonsense turns the majority of people off when you try to interject real world politics into storytelling. That's why you fail. That's why you flop. And that's why I guarantee you we haven't seen the numbers for season 4 yet, but we haven't heard anything reported, which means it probably didn't chart in any way, shape, or form, which means you're failing and you're losing because you want to interject your own personal agenda into a series where it doesn't belong. You can make satire. The whole point of The Boys initially, the comic book run out there, was to make satire of superheroes, to make satire of corporations, and to make satire of government institutions as well. They were hitting every aspect of the culture out there and all of the corruptness. They weren't using it to push a single agenda, much like what Kripke has made it very apparent that he has done. And they're just so scared and angry about a guy that isn't even in political office right now. How insane is that? Some of the series' satirical critiques of the right wing have flown over viewers' heads to the surprise of Kripke. One clip from the 4th season went viral, talking about QAnon, talking about the transgender stuff, and said it took some people 4 seasons to realize the boys were making fun of them the whole time. Kripke responded to some critics who called the 4th season woke, stating they can watch something else. Well, clearly they are, and honestly, I haven't watched the 4th season, so yeah, congratulations, because how well has that worked out in the past? Well, if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book. Okay, how'd that pan out? The show had similarities between the boys and the real world as coincidental and unintentional after a plot point closely mirrored the assassination attempt on Trump in July. Yeah, I'm sure they weren't trying to influence anybody to say that that was okay because he's such an evil monster out there. Trump's the enemy. He's the bad guy. He's a threat to democracy. He's a threat to our democracy. That is in the exact same vein as saying my truth. It's all the same spirit of the age nonsense, boys and girls. Just a friendly FYI if you didn't know. In the episode, several characters plot to assassinate the president. The series denounced real-world politics, violence in a statement, and attached a viewer discretion warning to the episode. And here we are, boys and girls. Here's the post directly from Vought International themselves. Growing up, Homelander dreamed of working at his local Vought A Burger. Recently, his wish came true as Vought shut down a restaurant and staged pre-selected customers so Homelander could serve people food. Serve people food, quote unquote. Going, yeah, you know, the whole Donald J. Trump thing was staged. Yeah, no shit. You mean just like a little horse face out there went down to the border and cried at an empty room, an empty parking lot, or a filled parking lot with cars, Every time Joe Biden has gone in to get ice cream, every time every single politician out there has ever done a stunt like this. But it's only a bad thing, and we only have to call it out when it's Trump doing it. I'll wait for the satirical representation of Tim Waltz at any time. I'm sure your guys are going to do that. Thanks, Homelander, for showing everyone how you're a true man of the people. Breaking, Homelander serves up high-quality beef. So yes, boys and girls, if Kripke and everybody else over there at Amazon Prime, including Jennifer Salke and all of the rest of the folks out there who are completely and totally possessed by the spirit of the age and absolutely lost their minds and have complete and total Trump deranged sentiment and are absolute acolytes of the cult, well, here you go, ladies and gentlemen. After season 4 absolutely flopped with the fans out there, nobody had any desire to watch it whatsoever, and it was the most politically woke version of the show we've seen. Now they just double down with it and they go all the way forward. So go ahead, Amazon, renew it for a 5th season. Waste hundreds of millions of dollars of more. It's your money after all. And by all means, give us more excuses to laugh, ridicule, and make fun of you. Because after all, you did it to yourself and you're getting exactly what you deserve.